legal in the District of Columbia. Congress approved our law.
There's a way to do this. We can help you. The powers that be are blocking your life and your families from growing. Please understand that.
Back it up. Let's go.
This afternoon, approximately 1:15 in the afternoon, 4 DCMJ activists were arrested by the U.S. Capitol Police after they gave a blessing. We had a Christian blessing, a Buddhist blessing, a Rastafarian blessing, and a Jewish blessing. And after they were done with that, they proceeded to light up their cannabis, and the police then arrested them. The point of the day was not to just get high, it was actually to change the law. There's 3 important things that we're working on. One of them is removing the Andy Harris rider from the federal budget for the District of Columbia. That was added a couple years ago by Maryland Representative Andy Harris, and it prevents the DC government, our elected officials here, from being able to pass any new laws that would allow for the responsible regulation of adult use cannabis. So after Initiative 71 passed, we are allowed to grow up to 12 plants at home and give away up to 2 ounces, give away up to 1 ounce but possess 2 ounces in public space. But because of the rider, the DC government's unable to pass any new laws. And we want that rider removed because the federal government has to pass their budget this week. And they either they're going to keep that in the budget or they're going to take it out. We were asking them to take it out. Number 2, we want the Rohrabacher-Farr Amendment to be retained within the federal budget. The Rohrabacher-Farr Amendment actually treats DC as the 51st state, and what it does is it lists specifically every state in the United States that has a medical cannabis law. And it says that the Department of Justice, vis-a-vis the DEA, cannot enforce the Controlled Substances Act in regards to cannabis in states that have medical cannabis laws. So if that's not approved in the federal budget this year, or actually this week, then on April 29th, Jeff Sessions, as the Attorney General, can instruct the DEA to raid every single dispensary in America. And we don't feel that that is the right way to go about it. And finally, we want cannabis to be removed entirely from the Controlled Substances Act. We believe that it doesn't belong there, and that Congress can do it immediately. It can create millions of jobs and millions of dollars in tax revenue for states that are struggling with trying to balance their own budgets. Instead of spending money on putting people in jail and incarcerating them, Congress, by passing a law that removes cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act, we believe that states will be able to pass responsible laws that will enrich their societies.
And so, of course, today was an act of civil disobedience, right? Everybody knew that they'd be arrested for smoking pot here. What is the motivation to subject oneself to arrest?
Well, America has a long history of nonviolent civil disobedience. And the reason why they chose to light those joints up was to break the law in order to change the law. And that is the beauty of nonviolent civil disobedience. It is why people have marched and sat down and protested, because we believe that Congress can ignore us if we send them petitions. In fact, DC residents, we can't even contact members of Congress because we don't have the right zip code in the District of Columbia. So we are denied the due process of law by Congress because we are not residents of a state in America. And so by lighting up today, they were trying to make a point that the laws need to be changed, and they were heroes in our eyes. We believe that we're looking at the end of cannabis prohibition in America, but if we're still calling on people to click on something, to tell members of Congress to do something, we think they're just going to continue to ignore us. And the best way to stop that from happening is just showing up. And today we had a couple dozen people show up to say that they were tired and ready for the Controlled Substances Act to be changed and to have cannabis be completely removed.